Hi, this is Becca, and I am bringing you one of Michelle's patterns. This one is called Sprinkles. I am using my KB all-in-one loom. This is the 3/8 gauge loom, and I currently have it set for 96 pegs. For my cowl, I used a medium 4-weight yarn, and for this one I used I Love This Yarn in color Drizzle Me This. Let's walk through the pattern. For this one, you will work in multiples of 12. Ideally, you will use the all-in-one or the KB multi-loom. You will cast on 96 or 108 pegs with a no hook crochet cast on. The pattern is a 4-row repeat, and you will see written instructions as well as a chart. For this one, we will be using our knit rows, our row 2 and our row 4, to prep for our row 1 and our row 3. So let's get started. Since this was a 4-row repeat with rows 2 and rows 4 being knit rows, I found it easiest for me to put masking tape on my loom, and then I just wrote out rows 1 and rows 3 right on my loom. But you can do whatever works best for you. Like I said before, I've casted on 96 pegs, and I am actually going to be working a row 0. It's basically just a knit row to prep for our row 1. So for our row 1 here, you will see that when we come to pegs 5 and 6 and 11 and 12, we have, at least for 5 and 6, we have a yarn over and a knit 2 together, and then 11 and 12 we have a knit 2 together and yarn over. So we're going to be using this row 0 to kind of prep for that 5 and 6 and 11 and 12. So let's get started. So I am just going to start knitting the row until I get to, actually I'll knit through peg 6 before I start moving things then for my knit 2 togethers. All right, and that's 6. So my first one is going to be yarn over with a knit 2 together. So that means I'm going to pull a little slack on peg 5 and move that then to peg 6. And then I am going to do my next set of 6 pegs to get to that peg 11 and 12. All right, and then this time around we have yarn over, or knit 2 together followed by yarn over. So the loop on peg 12, we're going to pull a little slack and move that to 11. All right, and then we're just going to keep repeating, or actually keep knitting, and then moving the stitches for those 12 pegs there. All right, so I'm at pegs 5 and 6. So I have a yarn over followed by a knit 2 together. So pull a little slack on peg 5 and move that to 6. And then I'll just keep knitting. All right, and then I'm on 11 and 12, which is a knit 2 together followed by yarn over. So the loop on 12, pull a little slack, move that to 11. All right, and then just keep repeating those 12 stitches with this prep row. All right, 5 and 6, yarn over, knit 2 together, pull a little slack on 5, move to 6. All right, I'm just going to keep knitting. All right, knit 2 together, yarn over, peg 12, move that over to 11. All right, we got a yarn over and a knit 2 together, pull a little slack, move that stitch over. All right, then I got a corner here. All right, I'm going to keep knitting. All right, so this is actually the last, my last couple of stitches here for my row or my prep row. So I have my yarn over and knit 2 together. So pull a little slack, move that over like that. All right, so now I'm actually back to my starting peg. So I am actually going to be starting with row 1. So row 1, we are going to have a knit stitch, 2 purls, a knit, then we're going to come to our yarn over, a knit 2 together, and then we will have a knit, 2 purls, a knit, and then we'll have a knit 2 together and a yarn over. All right, so let's start working that row. All right, so we're going to start with a knit stitch, followed by 2 purl stitches. And then a knit stitch. All right, and then we've come to our yarn over. We are just going to place the yarn loosely in front of the peg, and then we have our knit 2 together. So we have 2 stitches. We're just going to lift 1 stitch, 2 stitches. You can do them separately or both at the same time, whatever works best for you. All right, and then we are going to come with a knit and then 2 purls. And a knit. All right, and then we're going to come to a knit 2 together. So we're going to place our yarn and then knit both of these stitches over. And again, you can do them one at a time. Oh, it's really giving me problems there. Or both at the time, whatever works best for you. And then we have a yarn over, place our yarn loosely in front of the peg. And then the next one is a knit stitch, followed by 2 purls. And we're just going to keep repeating those same 12 stitches then for this row. Yarn over, place our yarn loosely in front of the peg, followed by our knit 2 together. Knit 2 purls, and then a knit, knit 2 together, lift both stitches over, and then our yarn over. Lay our yarn loosely in front of the peg, followed by then a knit. And then we're just going to keep working those same 12 stitches for the rest of this row. All right, so that would be row 1. Then when we get to row 2, it is going to be our knit row. And then we are just going to knit the row until we get to peg 5 here. 5 and 6 actually. We're going to knit through peg 6, and then we are actually going to move peg 6 to peg 5. And then we'll keep knitting the row until we get to 11 and 12. And then we'll move the stitch from 11 to 12. And then we will work row 3. And then when we get to row 4, we will then prep for a row run, just like I just demonstrated. And we'll keep repeating these 4 rows until you get to your desired length. Once you get to your desired length, then you will do the super stretchy bind off. For my cowl, I did about 8 inches before I did my super stretchy bind off. Happy looming!